Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Saif's vlog, and we had really a very productive week this week. Of course, he was changing jobs, so it's going to be less physically demanding, which means his numbers are going to go up even quicker, I'm hoping. Fewer deloads, but we started the week off pretty good. Everything is at 90% training max. He got 4 reps on the squat, 5 on the bench press, and 4 on the deadlift, which means that 90% of training max is indicative that his training max is definitely not a max at this point. So we're in a pretty good spot here. We're in a very good spot. And, and as long as next week he gets a minimum of 2 reps on all these lifts, hopefully 3 will raise the training maxes. But, he did very good, keeping in mind, with the squatting, that's 180 kilos now. 180 kilos for 4. Okay, the bench is 122 for 5. The deadlift, I think, was 198. So pretty much 200 kg for 4 reps. Okay, keeping in mind, people say, yeah, but he's big. Yeah, he is, but he is not an advanced lifter. I want to be very, very clear there. And in fact, we're back in a weight loss phase again. He has never bulked since I've been training him. He has only lost weight or maintained. Okay? He wants to get leaner to be healthy, but he wants to keep getting stronger. Again, perfect example of someone who has good genetics for muscle growth, or great genetics for muscle growth. If they get overweight and do some sort of physically demanding work, they just get big. They're going to be big. That's what you're seeing here. Oh, now we've made him a lot bigger. When you put 100 pounds on someone's squat and deadlift, of course they're going to get bigger. When you have them start benching and they never even benched, only did overhead work, of course, everything's going to get bigger. He's gained a lot of muscle, but he's also quite a bit lighter than when we started, and he's going to continue to do so. So I always think it's amusing, when the people chime in and they're like, well, this guy needs to lose some weight. Well, he's lost a lot of weight, and we're still losing weight. But I want you guys to understand this is not someone with 5 years of training experience. Okay, as he continues to lose body fat, what's this guy going to look like when we get his strength way up, right? Where's he going to be in another year, another 3 years? Yeah, he's going to be a monster. So what are we doing on the squat day? We do back off squats, we do or assistance work with the safety bar. We do belt squats, and we do reverse hyperextensions. All right, bench day, we got 5 reps. I've got his training max at 135, just under 3 plates. So this is 122 at 90% of it. He managed to get 5 reps. He said he felt like he had more, but his bicep tendon was hurting, so he quit at that point. But realistically, looking at that, I think he definitely had more reps. All right, afterwards we do some sets of 10 with pinkies on the rings. Again, trying to get a little more mechanical tension on the chest. Again, keeping in mind he's thick with shorter arms, so his range of motion tends to be, a little shorter. But that's okay for building a big bench. And if I really need to get a stretch on his chest and stuff, we have other bars. He's got a buffalo bar. He does have dumbbells. We can use this McDonald bar. There we go. If we wanted to work that longer range of motion, it's not a bad idea. So bench day, we do some extra benching. We do seal rows, does some band work. We do band press downs, band pull aparts. Okay. Again, working on his weak links. And keep in mind, he gets a lot of tendonitis. We do a lot of bands. His work requires him to pick up and carry heavy stuff all day. So his arms actually run into a lot of overuse issues. That's why we only do band work for his arms, biceps and triceps. Again, trying to keep those elbows healthy, the tendons healthy. His job has really, really beat a lot of that up. But like I said, we're about to reach a phase where he's going to have a less demanding job. Now, does that mean he's going to have to eat less? Yeah, he's going to have to cut his calories back a little. Probably up the protein a little bit to keep trimming down. But the recovery is going to be dramatically better. Some of this overuse and inflammation we have is going to be dramatically better. These things are going to improve. This is great. All right, deadlift day. He got 4 reps. I think he said 198 kg. That's where we're at. Again, working off the percentages. He's got a 5-plate deadlift. We're going to be working more though on pulling the straps out soon, right? Because I want his grip to be strong. But again, we've run into that issue with the bicep inflammation. So you guys can see where that's a problem for mixed grip. All right, good mornings. He said, God, these are getting really hard as he's up to 2 plates now. Keep in mind, these are steel plates, so they're calibrated. And I'm like, well, it's fine. Leave it there. Just do the reps with this weight until it gets easier and then go up. We don't have to keep increasing. His good morning got decently strong real quick. Okay. His posterior chain is getting strong fast now that we're doing the good mornings, now that he has a reverse hyper. So this is what we do on his deadlift day. We do our peak set of deadlifts. We don't do any real assistance work on a deadlift variation for him. I just want to build the muscles. So good mornings. And he does some more seal rows. And I've got another set of good mornings. I just realized it's right after this. The files got a little out of order. But yeah, so good mornings, seal rows, reverse hyperextensions, which we're going to push really hard. Having him push progression and volume hard on those. Of course, we throw his band curls in on this day also. Why? Well, because he needs the extra tendon help. He needs the prehab work. So we throw it in at the end of the weeks, usually on the deadlift day at the end of each training week. So that we get that in, so that we're not doing it shortly before pulling, before our deadlifting. But it's just a good spot to put it. So we throw it in on this day because we're already doing some other rowing and all this other stuff. And then we're not cluttering the lower body, the only real upper body day he has with the extra volume like that. Because he runs a 3-day-a-week squat, bench, deadlift program. Now people say this is different from how most of your clients train. It is. But he prefers this training style. He really doesn't like conjugate. So until I can convince him to like conjugate, we're going to keep working with this sort of style. We'll adjust it. We'll adjust movements as necessary and keep him flowing. And of course, after the band curls, we get over to the reverse hyperextensions. And he's progressing on these very quickly. I'm glad that he bought the reverse hyper. This is really, I consider it almost indispensable. Like I really wish that every single client of mine either owned one or had access to one at their gym. And for all of you out there watching, I cannot stress the value that I place upon this movement. I cannot stress it enough. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.